Oh, good morning, Avishai.
Hi Caroline, great seeing you. If the industry is now in a point where microservices is being adopted, what are the barriers or what are the areas to watch out for?
Agile software development, as you know, the agile software development capability is key for cloud-native development. It's a source of competitive differentiation and the key to the creation of business value. But firms are struggling around some of the barriers to achieve it. And one of those largest barriers is migration. How do operators migrate from their current approach to developing software, which is neither agile nor cloud native, and go from developing monoliths to microservices? It's a big leap, yet it's completely necessary because the cloud native way of developing software has set industry benchmarks for the speed and cost of software development, and for software resilience and availability and lower infrastructure costs. So if you're not building software this way, you're unlikely to be able to compete in digital markets long term. And probably the most important related term to look at is best practice. Whether an operator is migrating existing software development practices or building new ones, it should want to invest in doing things right, even if that takes a little bit more time and involves more expense, because getting it wrong can be costly. In fact, we've seen some operators lose several years in this journey. One well-known Tier 1 operator, that will remain nameless, started off some years ago thinking that moving its developers to DevOps and Agile was simply a matter of telling them to go and retrain themselves. It took some time before it realised this approach wasn't working. It needed formally to change organisational structures, put the right incentives in place across multifunctional teams, and properly formulate and then disseminate best practices so that everyone now works towards common goals with common values and governance.
This is fascinating. Let me try to put it in microservices jargon. So, from a business value, we talk about agility, speed of innovation, and resiliency. In terms of key enablers, we need best practices, processes, tools, and psychological safe development environment. And in terms of measurement and metrics, it's time to market, TCO reduction, increasing developers' lifecycle and lifetime value, and quality of code. Am I right?
Okay, Avishai, and if I take the idea of developer lifetime value you've just mentioned and treat it in the same way, I'd be talking about an equation, DP times DL minus AC, where DP is developer productivity multiplied by developer lifetime at the company minus the developer's acquisition cost. And this gives you the equation for a fulfilled developer who brings value to your business because they're highly productive and committed to your company. And that's due to the fact that they're well supported with automated processes and best practices. They don't have to carry out tedious, repetitive tasks, and they can focus on developing the creative, functional aspects of an application. So, Avishai, what's the secret to creating developer lifetime value?
Well, actually, I love your formula. Without even thinking about it, we've started a journey of this whole notion of how to approach microservices as an end-to-end concept and framework. A few years back with our Microservices 360 framework, which addresses exactly those pain points. First of all, we've done it for our own purposes. So we've focused on an SDK that is tailored for the end developers, allowing him to be focused on the business aspects and provide the best agility and velocity for the developer teams while looking into the processes, the best practices, adhering to the latest standards in open source, and overall providing the ability for our developer community to move fast in an agile manner and produce as much as possible software at the best quality ever. So MS360 is all about that. It's about the ability to push fast software, doing everything in an automatic way on one end, on the other end making sure that the quality is not hindered, and we're providing the best feeling through simplicity and end-to-end processes, and providing the organization with a very robust tool to take it into the microservices journey. To further learn about MS360, developing lifecycle, the deployment, operability, monitoring, and security aspects of your microservices, you can visit Amdocs' website or just send us an email. Thank you.